What's up? So hello everyone. This is Facebook. This is Instagram. This is my room I've got set up. What we're going to be doing is I'm going to be doing some hanging with the kids this week. So if you got kids you know that are a little bored and want to be entertained, then text whoever you can right now and tell them to tune in to @Coybo's or tune in to @Coybo's Instagram or Coybo's musician page on Facebook. And so text everybody and tell them, hey, I'm on here. This is a test try, if you will. So as you guys will notice, I've got my awesome tiger pants on here. So I am in full hang form. So what I thought I'd do is just kind of get live every day. We're going to narrow this thing down as time goes on. We'll end up possibly doing it every day at the same time, which is my hopes. So today is basically like a test try. So what I need for you guys afterwards is to send me messages about what you like, what you want to see, and all this good stuff. And so thanks for everybody for tuning in. What's up, Scott? What's up, Linda? Brian from England? Misty Dawn, my cousin. What's up? So anyway, what I thought I would do, can everybody hear me well? First off, am I coming in loud and clear? Am I coming in loud and clear? If you can, grab your kids and then text anybody that you know or Instagram them or share this or post something about it. Because basically what I'm going to be doing is every day I'm going to be getting on here and helping out with the current situation. We are stuck at home and we're going to make lemonade, my friends. We're going to make lemonade. So what I wanted to say to you guys is that I'm super excited about a bunch of stuff. I've been working on some kids' music for a while, and I'm going to play some of that for the first time to you guys. I played it a couple times in front of some other people, but this is going to be my first time debuting it. Fingers crossed that I remember words and all that good stuff. But other than that, I thought it would be really cool if we did a writing session. So I was in Knoxville the other day, where my wife is from, and I did something with the mayor's office, and we did a story. We created a story. So what I thought would be really cool, if you can, get your kids to grab a sheet of paper. So just a single sheet of paper. Like said, what we're going to do is we're going to take the paper and we're going to fold it in half like this. So you just simply fold it in half. And this is going to be a portal to an alternate universe. So this will be a portal to an alternate universe. I'll explain that in just a second. So basically what we're going to do is I have the little red door. This is pretty cool, isn't it? So I've been working on this thing for quite a while now with a company called Lakeshore. And I have it at home, and I was thinking yesterday, man, it'd be really cool to use this thing. So the whole idea behind this thing is that you get to open it up and you put an image right here and you get to go anywhere that you want to go in your imagination, and we're going to use our minds and our imagination. So the cool thing is if you don't have one of these at home, which there's only like maybe 4 in existence, and I happen to have one, so I doubt seriously you have one at home, but you would have a piece of paper and you could act like it's a red door. So we're going to go on an adventure today through the little red door with this. I will be doing a sing-along a little later. I'm going to try to split this thing up just so you guys are aware. So we're going to do a little story writing, and then we're going to do a little singing, and then I'll fine tune this thing as we get going. So if you can right now, text or share or post that I'm doing this, and people should follow, because this is the first time, and it'd be really cool if this thing turned into something really cool. So I'm super grateful that all you guys showed up and are here with me right now. Thank you guys so much. Instagram, Facebook, love you, mean it. So, okay, so this is what I'm going to do. There's this board up here, as you can see. This is actually a window. On this window is stuff called Wizard Wall. You can see here, it's called Wizard Wall. It comes in this really cool long box. It's a lot like cellophane wrap or tinfoil or something like that. It comes in a roll, has this little cutter thing that you slide across. But it's basically like dry erase board paper, if you will. It's dry erase board paper. So I have it all over my studio. I write down creative ideas everywhere with it. So one thing is, if right now in the next couple of days, if you think you can order some on Instagram, it is amazing. It's not necessarily super cheap, but once you see the value of it, like a regular sized dry erase board can be ridiculously expensive. Those things can be like $300 and $400. I think this stuff is like maybe 50, 60, 70 bucks, but you get a whole giant roll of it and you get to use it over and over and over and over and over again. So it's actually really cool, and you can place it on windows and walls, and you can get your kids to write all over it without writing on the wall actually. So we're going to use it today. So that's my plug for Wizard Wall is what it's called. So again, if you're just tuning in, what we're going to do is we are going to have a creative session today for the kids. For the kids! If you can, text some people right now, tell them I'm live, and we'll see if we can't turn this thing into same bat time, same bat channel every day of the week. And hey, my cousin or my niece Landry is on there. Hey Landry. So everybody go and get a sheet of paper like this. And we're just going to fold it in half, and what we're going to do is mimic it being the little red door. So, and we're going to create a story together, and this week, as we're going and doing these things together, we're going to write a story together, and it's going to be a book, and there's a possibility that we are going to try to see if we can't publish this book. And we're going to try to take over the next couple weeks while we're hanging out to see if we can't write a really cool story or multiple stories together and see if we can't actually turn them into something that goes somewhere. So it would be really cool to be a part of a story, right? So here we go. First of all, we're going to be, the little red door is going to be our main character. So we're going to have the beginning of a story. We're going to have the characters here. So we'll have the red door as one of our characters. Like that. Put a smile on him. And then we're going to have a story arc like this. And then we're going to have an ending. So a lot of times in stories, can you guys see that? Can you see it? Thumbs up if you can see it. Let me see if I can make this where it's a little less. What if I do this? Does that make it easier to see? Is that any better? I'll show you guys in a second. I have umbrellas hanging from the ceiling right here. So, okay, cool. So we have a story arc here. We have the little red door over here. It's going to go on an adventure. And during, somewhere right in here, we are going to have an event happen. So basic plot of a lot of stories, and you guys can help me with this, but like Finding Nemo. Nemo gets lost. They have a coming of age story somewhere in the middle, and then somewhere along there they have an event that happens, and they kind of change how they think about things, and then they end up coming back and having a really awesome experience later on. So let me say that again. So the main character starts here, starts home. He would develop his character. Then he would decide to go on a journey, and then during that journey, somewhere in here, an event will happen that they'll have to overcome some difficulties or something like that. Like in Finding Nemo, they get lost, and then they overcome how to get back home, which leads them to here, and then that leads them back to, oh, I'm doing that backwards, which leads them back to here, where they get back home. So we're going to draw a house right here. I am not the best at drawing, hence why all my books say illustrated by somebody else, written by Coyco. So we are going to start here at the little red door, right here. And we're going to develop that character. And then we're going to go on an adventure. And then in the middle of the adventure, we are going to have some event happen. We're going to overcome that event. And then we're going to come back and we're going to get to home or safety or something that's really fun and makes you feel good, you know, kind of good story. So let's take, for example, stories that we know already. So Finding Nemo, we just mentioned that. Basically, Nemo gets lost in the story, has to overcome what it's like to be lost, and then they come back to home, where they find their way back home. What about Toy Story? So Woody, he has to deal with his main his owner, the guy who's his I guess the owner of him is a little boy. That little boy gets a little older. They stop playing with the toys. They think that they're not worth much value anymore. So then they have to find a way to overcome that. And then they come to realize that as a group, they have a lot of value together. Let's think of another story. Who can give me another like classic story of what they can think of? I'm going to say, let's see, Disney movie. Frozen is kind of like that. I think everybody under the sun has seen Frozen. So Frozen, you would have, let's see, you would have Elsa and Anna. They have a great relationship. Something ends up happening to where they have a difficulty. And then they have to overcome that difficulty. And at the end, they have to, Little Mermaid is a good one. Yes, James the Giant Peach. Those are all really good ones. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, guys. The Good Dinosaur is a really good one. That one's kind of sad. I went to watch that one with my niece, and she got teared up, and I kind of got teared up too. It's a good movie. It's just The Lion King, perfect example. So as you guys can understand, a kind of an age-old story plot is this coming of age kind of thing, to where the main character develops. They end up going on a journey, or there's something that happens that causes them to go on a journey. They overcome some kind of difficulty, and their character grows in the middle of this, and then they come back and find their way to either home or safety or a new place. So we are going to do that today. So if you can, get your sheet of paper out, or go grab a sheet of paper. Rapunzel is a really good one too. Moana is a great one. Think about Moana as far as the characters develop, and then she has this whole situation that happens that she has to overcome, and then at the very end she comes back to a peaceful place, right? So so grab your sheet of paper, and this is going to end up being the little red door. So this is what we're going to do. Our main character will be the little red door, and what we are going to see is what is behind the little red door. Creative writing, guys. Okay, so if we're about to start, so if you can, text some people and tell them that I'm doing this. I'm going to be doing it tomorrow. I promise I'll do a better job. Today's been a really hectic day. I'll do a better job of texting everybody or posting about when I'm going to be doing this earlier in the day. So, the little red door. He's got characters. He's got character. He can be happy. He can be angry. Mwah, mwah. He can be surprised. What? Whoop, huh. And he can be scared. Ah! Ah! So we have all these emotions that we get to play with. I prefer, if we keep them in the very beginning, as happy. So what we're going to do is we're going to decide to go on an adventure. My daughter and I have been building forts. I don't know if you guys have been seeing us on Instagram, and posting it online, but we've been building forts over the last couple of days that have been a lot of fun. So she came up with this idea of Mr. Moon's Fort Club, and I thought it was a really catchy idea, really cool name. So what we're going to do is the Little Red Door is going to have characters that are friends of his, and they're going to want to go on an adventure behind the Little Red Door. So they are going to go on Mr. Moon's Fort Club. So what you would do is take your sheet of paper, and inside of it we are going to draw like Mr. Moon's, there'll be a moon, so we'll draw eyes. Hey, I'm a moon. And then we're going to draw a fort here. And then we'll put some blankets down and some toys, some guys inside playing and everything. So this will be where we are headed to. And so the front of this, if you want to, you can draw on it, and it would be like this, to where we would have. Sorry, I'm not the best at drawing, and I am doing a lot of improvisation right now, but you get the idea. This is the Little Red Door, and so we are going to look at him and make him happy. Yay! So this is the Little Red Door right here, guys. You draw on the front of your piece of paper, the Little Red Door. And then inside, we are going on a mission to, behind the Little Red Door, we are going to Mr. Moon's Fort Club. So our event that happens right here is going to be Mr. Moon's Fort Club. Yay! And the crowd goes wild. So, what I want you guys to do is, after we get finished doing this, is sit down and come up with some ideas of what we can do tomorrow. Thank you. I am not a wonderful drawer. You know this a lot, but it makes me feel good that you said that. So what we're going to do is tomorrow we'll tune in, and I'll explain this thing a little bit better, and we are going to Mr. Moon's Fort Club. I need to know from you guys, what is Mr. Moon's Fort Club? Like, what is there and why are we going there? So, as you will know, give me 1 second. We have 3 characters here that we're going to use. We have Pico, we have Millie, named after my daughter, and we have Keely. So these are our 3 characters. So we have here Pico. We have Millie. And then we have Keely. So these are our main characters right here. If you guys want to take a snap of that so you can see the main characters. So those are the characters that we're going to use in this book. So we can come up with like what their personalities are like. So Pico is going to be a kind of like, we can do this, guys. I'm positive we can do it. We just got to be it. But he's also going to be a little insecure. He's going to think he knows it all, but he's not going to really know it all. So Millie is going to be the one with the glasses. I think that she's going to be the crusader, the smart one, the one that we can do this, but she's also going to be one who seeks for safety and is like very analytical about how she does it. And Keely is going to be the one that I think should be, let's make her have like a sense of humor. So we're going to change these characters and get them to do all these different things over the next couple of days. But Keely will be somebody who has, her power is kind of seeing the good in everything and finding humor in things and being funny and also sharing love and bringing people together. We'll let that be Keely's powers, her personality. So, if you're just tuning in, we're about to write a story. So, we're taking our random sheet of paper, we're folding it in half, we're putting a red door face on the front of it. As you can see here, I drew so beautifully. And then we are going to Mr. Moon's Fort Club. So you guys can draw what you think Mr. Moon's Fort Club can be. And if you mess up, all you have to do is get another sheet of paper and try it again. And what we are using right here is this really cool stuff called Wizard Wall. I'm not like sponsored by these guys or anything, but I just love this stuff. So it's really easy it's like dry erase board that you can just like static stick. So basically we have it up here, and we are going on an adventure behind the little red door to Mr. Moon's Fort Club. Okay, now we get into the meat of the story, guys. Mr. Moon's Fort Club. Why are we going there, and why is it important? I think that the guys should be stuck at home. Pico, Millie, and Keely should be stuck at home, and they should decide that they're going to build forts to do really cool stuff. They're going to go up to the little red door, and they're going to say, hey, little red door, where's the coolest forts in the whole world? And he's going to say, behind the little red door, he's going to say, there's a place called Mr. Moon's Fort Club. You guys should really be a part of it. So, we're going to go to Mr. Moon's Fort Club. So what I want you guys to do is see if you can give me ideas, and when you tune in tomorrow, to see if you can give me ideas of what you think would be a really awesome story for Mr. Moon's Fort Club to be like. So I'm thinking that the idea would be that Pico, Millie, and Keely, they all go behind the little red door, they transport through time and space, and they go to Mr. Moon's Fort Club. When they get there, they realize they have to do all these things to be in the club. They don't just let anybody in. There's obstacles that you have to overcome to be in Mr. Moon's Fort Club. They're going to learn some of these obstacles. Through doing these certain obstacles, they're going to learn certain things about themselves. And then they're going to end up coming back through the little red door back home. They're going to come back through the little red door back home to where everything is safe and awesome and super amazing. So that is our kind of lesson for the day, if you will. We're going to start this over again tomorrow, but I figured that I would play some music for you guys. So speaking of coming home, I have this song called I'm Coming Home that I'm going to play for you guys. So it's off of my new CD called Music for Tiny Humans. It actually was supposed to come out in May, but we are going to find a way, since a lot of people are stuck at home, we're going to find a way to get this to you guys so that you can jam and we can start using social media like this to play the music and have a good time and all that stuff. So, that being said, so let me see what each fort can introduce a different obstacle that earns them a step to get to the next level. That's an amazing idea, perfect idea. There's all these forts, and through each fort you have to overcome a different thing, and then that will allow you to, once you overcome, go through all these forts, you end up coming to this realization about something, that's a great idea, by the way. So why don't you guys talk to your kids, or get your kids to come up with ideas, write them down, and then we'll throw them all together, and you can tell me what you guys think we should do, and we'll pick the best ones, and we'll do that, right? So, without further ado, I'm going to play a song for you guys. The cool thing about this song is none of you have ever heard it. So, at the very end of this song, I suggest that we have a dance party. As you can see, I have on tiger pants that are floating in clouds. So I am completely ready to dance, if you will. So I suggest that we play this song and then everybody dances. I think we could use a little dancing today, right? It's Monday. Let's start the week off by dancing. So this is a very, very upbeat tune. So I hope you will like it. Can you guys hear that level? Let me see. Can you hear the level of the music? Yeah? Here we go. I'm going to turn it up some more. Why not? Let's jam. Day in, day out, life is the same. You get so comfortable, then there's change. There's routines and patterns, all these things matter. Then there's change, and it's scattered. All of a sudden, things aren't the same. Is it real or is it you? They say, one foot in front of the other. I say, I'm scared, let's run for cover. Even though I seem so young, I'm a bird with wings. Learning to fly can be the hardest thing. Every little thing you taught me, every lesson that I learned. When I'm lost and lonely, I will find a way. I'm coming home. I'm ready for anything. I'm on my own. I'm ready for anything. We go up and up, down and down. It's a big old world, we going round and round. There's good times and bad times, things come and go. Some things stay the same, don't you know? All of a sudden it's upside down. Should I frown, should I smile? They say, one foot in front of the other. I say, I'm scared, let's run for cover. You ready? Even though I seem so young, I'm a bird with wings. Learning to fly can be the hardest thing. Every little thing you taught me, every lesson that I learned. When I'm lost and lonely, I will find a way. I'm coming home. I'm ready for anything. I'm on my own. I'm ready for anything. Sing it with me. Oh, 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 Okay, guys, so here's the deal. That song was called Coming Home. So we're going to be doing a story. Oops. So you take the little red door, you draw a piece of paper, get a piece of paper, draw the little red door in the front of it. Behind it, we are going to Mr. Moon's Fort Club. So, and the whole idea is the Mr. Moon's Fort Club is a place to where we're going to overcome adversity, and then we're going to come back home. So you guys have a job to do. Let's write a story together. Don't let me down. Please, 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 don't let me down. So we just played music off of my CD called Coyco's Music for Tiny Humans that I wrote with Carlos Sosa. It is not out yet. It was supposed to be out in May, but I think that we're going to try to rush getting it out to everybody so we can do, so we can all have dance parties and play and do some cool stuff like this. Right? If my boy Rustin was here, he'd show me how to do some moves. So you guys know what to do. If you have any questions or anything like that, post them on here. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to try to share that we're doing this tomorrow as well at the same time. So I'm going to try to do something at the same time every single week for you guys. I know we're at home, and I'm going to leave on this. So everybody out there, we're in a little bit of a trying time, right? So I think the best thing that we could possibly do is everybody have a little bit of patience. So if you're a kid and you're listening, and your mom's working at home, or your dad's working at home, or you haven't been to school, or you're not going to go to school, or whatever, just have a little bit of patience with everybody watching, you know? Just have a little bit of patience with your mom, with your sister, with your brother, and all that good stuff. So that's the best advice I can give you right now is please have a little patience with each other and share as much love as you possibly can. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to give you guys some cool stuff, some good music. Let's write some stories together. I'll see you back here tomorrow for Mr. Moon's Fort Club, behind the little red door. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. So, have a great rest of the night, guys. Peace.